Learn English with Muallimi Academy.
What seems to be the problem? Your friends are giving you a hard time again, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're pressuring me to get a tattoo on my arm. I'm not sure how to handle this.
Let me share a story with you. It might provide some perspective. When most people turned 18, they got tattoos. It was a significant trend. They would schedule their appointments at tattoo parlors well in advance of their birthdays. No one wanted to be left without a slot. May was a hectic month for tattoos because many people celebrated their birthdays then. Securing an appointment was challenging. Sometimes people got upset with the tattoo parlor staff, or they shelled out a lot of money to secure a slot. But Joseph was different. He didn't want a tattoo. Even though his parents, friends, and girlfriend insisted he would change his mind. Joseph's girlfriend, Julia, said,
You might not want it now, but think about when you're 18. Most of your friends will have tattoos. People will expect to see yours. You can claim you'll get it later or that you couldn't book an appointment, but how long will you maintain that? One day, you'll wonder why you don't have a tattoo like everyone else.
Joseph responded,
But I don't see the need for one. Just because others have it doesn't mean I want one.
Julia countered.
You always have this attitude. You view conforming as a negative thing. Remember your hesitation about driving? Consider a tattoo as a medium to express your identity to the world. It's your opportunity to say, this is me, and this is what I believe in.
Julia expressed her excitement to see what he'd choose. Joseph deflected the conversation. He had another concern he couldn't share with anyone. He pondered why he needed a tattoo to express himself. Couldn't he just be authentic? Don't your clothes and words reflect who you are? Yet the tattoo mattered to people. Your tattoo choice revealed your thoughts and personality. Some chose tattoos of animals, celestial bodies, or simple shapes. Some opted for words in foreign languages. Joseph didn't know what he'd choose. The thought made him anxious for years. He knew his identity, but how could he encapsulate that in a tattoo? He was more than a few words or shape. People believed it was inappropriate to disclose your tattoo plans. Many people discussed their tattoo ideas. Joseph's friends knew what they wanted. When they asked him, he claimed he had decided, but didn't want to reveal it. One day, His mother discovered his anxiety about the tattoo. She reassured him that his feelings were normal.
Get it somewhere concealed, like your bum,
she suggested. Most people displayed their tattoos on their arms or legs. Some, who were more daring, got them on their heads or hands. Others chose hidden spots like their back, foot, or even their bum. But getting a concealed tattoo wasn't considered cool. People sometimes coerced others to reveal their hidden tattoos. After your 18th birthday, everyone is eager to see your tattoo. If it's concealed, they might attempt to see it regardless. Joseph didn't want that. He knew some people opted not to get tattoos. Joseph had an uncle who also didn't get a tattoo, but he had never met him. His family seldom mentioned this uncle. Joseph wondered, why were people without tattoos perceived differently? These individuals were often regarded as peculiar. It was as if they were children, as children didn't have tattoos. They faced difficulties securing jobs because employers wanted to know them better, to see their true selves. Not having a tattoo was perceived as a secret. So, Joseph felt that he might have to get a tattoo sooner or later. He can keep refusing, but eventually he might have to succumb. On his 18th birthday, his parents surprised him by taking him to a tattoo parlor. They had scheduled it months earlier without his knowledge. Joseph didn't want to go, preferring to spend time with his friends. His parents insisted, as the appointment was at 10 a.m. and couldn't be rescheduled. At the shop, Joseph met the tattoo artist, a woman in her 40s or 50s. She had numerous tattoos, which was typical for tattoo artists. They were among the few who could have more than one. For others, having more than one was seen as peculiar. Wasn't one tattoo sufficient? Joseph was surprised that the artist was a woman. Usually, men receive tattoos from men and women from women. Perhaps his parents thought a woman would make him less anxious, or she was the only artist available. She was incredibly friendly, offering tea and inquiring about his interests, pets, or loved ones. His parents must have mentioned his apprehension to her. This made Joseph feel even more pressured. He had many interests, but none felt significant enough to permanently etch on his body. He didn't want a highly visible tattoo, but also didn't want to face judgment for having a concealed one. Then, Joseph had a sudden idea. Can I get a tattoo on my head? The artist was taken aback.
Yes, but your hair is obstructing. I can't tattoo you until you shave it off.
Joseph quickly rose.
Can you wait while I visit the barber?
The artist checked her watch.
Okay, but be quick.
Joseph dashed out, bypassing his astonished parents without explanation. His parents were confused when he said he was going to the barber. They probably assumed he wanted a trendy tattoo on the side of his head. That style required a short hair and looked cool, but Joseph had a different plan. He asked the barber to shave all his hair off, despite the barber's surprise. The barber hesitated, admiring Joseph's hair.
Are you sure about this?
But Joseph was resolute, so he got his hair completely shaved off. Joseph looked very different bald, but he didn't mind. He thanked the barber and hurried back to the tattoo artist. His mother was shocked at his appearance, but he was already back with the artist. Back in the room, Joseph announced, parting, "I'm ready, and I know what I want." His tattoo choice didn't impress anyone. People usually desired unique tattoos. Joseph's tattoo was just a simple X, ordinary and plain. Many had it, but usually with something extra. Joseph's was just the X, but its placement was unique. His friends found it amusing and very fitting for him. However, his parents and Julia were not pleased at all. Time passed. Joseph's hair grew back, and the laughter about his tattoo subsided. Life returned to normal until his dad started asking, "When are you going to get a real tattoo?" "Your joke tattoo was funny, Joseph, but you need a real one. You can't keep going bald to show it." Joseph was perplexed. He had gotten a tattoo, so why was it still an issue? His dad wasn't the only one. Julia kept urging him to get another tattoo, sending him ideas and drawings. It became overwhelming, and Joseph ended up breaking up with her. He didn't plan to get another tattoo. The first tattoo was enough. It was expensive, even though his parents paid. He didn't like that they paid for something he didn't even want. Plus, he didn't really like the tattoo. It was okay, but not great. As Joseph's hair grew, it hid the tattoo. He was relieved and felt less anxious, but this just upset everyone else more.
You can't just hide your tattoo,
his mother said.
Either shave your hair again or get a new tattoo.
Joseph refused.
I did get a tattoo. That should be enough. I don't need to conform.
At university, Joseph faced more challenges. Everyone flaunted their tattoos and discussed them. Concealed tattoos were particularly intriguing to people.
Joseph kept his tattoo a secret. Some girls even teased him, guessing it might be on his bum. When people discovered it was on his head, they weren't pleased. One night, some guys from the football team shaved his head while he slept. Everyone saw his tattoo the next day and ridiculed him. They joked he might as well have gone without one. Joseph had contemplated getting another tattoo, but after this incident, he decided against it. He realized he was different and began to embrace it. He learned there was a term for people like him: tatless. Some tatless people had tattoos but concealed them. Others had removed theirs. Finally, Joseph felt a sense of belonging when he met other tatless people. Meeting other tatless people was a relief for Joseph. They understood his struggles and didn't judge him for his choice or his humorous tattoo. Joseph started dating a tatless girl. They kept their relationship secret, fearing his parents' disapproval if they discovered she was tatless. His girlfriend often suggested he remove his tattoo, telling him how liberating it felt. She knew someone who could do it safely, but Joseph was content with it being hidden. Joseph chose to keep his tattoo, as long as it wasn't visible. It didn't bother him. He and his girlfriend remained together for years. As Joseph aged, he started losing his hair. He worried that his tattoo would become visible again, bringing back all those memories. He hadn't spoken to his parents in a long time, and didn't want to be reminded of his tattoo. So, he decided to have it removed. Crystal, his girlfriend, shaved his head to prepare for the removal. Joseph was nervous.
I can't believe it.
Crystal said.
What happened?
Joseph asked, scared to look.
Is it gone already?
When he looked, his tattoo was indeed gone. It had disappeared on its own.
Joseph was surprised and relieved.
My body knew what it wanted,
he said.
It didn't want that tattoo.
Do you understand the story?
Yes, I get it. Nobody can make me do anything. I decide for myself.
Right. And if you ever want to hear another story, just let me know.